Alright, so Lotus is by far one of the best characters released on launch, and you could argue he is the best for multiple reasons. He has 2 AoEs, which makes him useful in both PvE and PvP, and he applies amazing debuffs while also having enough speed to be higher than DPS and tanks and be in a solid position but not having the highest debuffer speed. I think that he is needed for most accounts, and if you don't have him, it severely slows your progression, and you could actually still do really good damage. So I think Lotus as a character is very good. Slowly getting all my CC up. I should have, I think, like my highest CC team is quite high for the moment, so it's very cool. I think I'm at like 160, almost 170 now. So let's just talk about his skills a little bit. Now, he has double AoE on his skill 1 and ult, which means he could spam the skill 1 and just go crazy. So you have a 50% chance to inflict reduced mobility by 15%. And just for reducing mobility, even by 5% is enough to shake up the turn order so much, as you need 100% mobility to attack. And if you even have like 1% more mobility, you go before other units. And having the AoE reduced mobility is insane. Plus, this does really good damage. Now, his skill 2, without his passive, the only difference is the concentrated attack, but it extends debuffer duration and also reduces their damage resistance. And with his unique skill page, it also makes it so that the person he attacks has basically like concentrated attack debuff, making it that they take damage as if it's a crit, which is very useful for bosses just in terms of extended duration, reducing their damage res, and if you have a skill page, the concentrated attack is very useful. Now, his ult is definitely the bread and butter of this whole kit. It reduces speed and has a chance to remove buffs and applies incapacitate. Now, removing buffs also counts for this buff here, where this buff gives him debuff immunity, right? He's able to remove that debuff immunity and apply his other passives, or his other debuffs. Isn't that so stupid? Like, he could remove the thing that gives him the that Mars has for debuff immunity, and then apply the debuffs, which I find really stupid, but I think it's really great. This skill you probably would want to get to level 5 if you do use them a lot, but I don't have the resources for that right now. But either way, pretty good. And yeah, I think like you would in an ideal world level up this one and this one to 5, especially this one. Getting the extra 5% chance for activation rate is just good enough, right? I think that it's nice, but attack wise, not like crazy increases. But yeah, let's talk about his passives now, and if you should dupe him. So first passive gives him 12% magic attack, so that might be a little hint as to how you might want to build him. And then the other one for the dupe passive is 25% chance to inflict reduced all attack, and it's going to be by 10% at dupe 2 and then 12% at dupe 5. So overall, not the greatest passive for duping out 5 times, but it's there, and you're going to dupe him out like over time, right? So that's something. Now his dupes are pretty good. I think getting magic attack and attack is nice, plus defense, so overall it's good, but the crit is just useless. But I think overall, you should not like try to go for dupes, but I think duping him out is not bad. If you want to choose shards for him, you can go ahead, but I think William is definitely the one you want to get maxed out, so always choosing William dupes is probably the way to go. So overall, should you try to chase dupes in any way, shape, or form? Not really. Now, as for skill pages, let's talk about the skill pages. In my opinion, the best one is probably this one, as it has a 60% chance to apply either 10 up to 20% defense reduction, which is really good when you use a special skill. And why that is good is that this already applies 50% increased damage taken and the speed debuff. So if you apply this also, it's going to make it so that you're taking even more damage on top of the incapacitate. And it doesn't really count like as a normal defense reduction. So if you have someone like Charlotte who applies defense reduction, you could stack both of those. And if not, I'd say that his is really good more for PvE though, but it can be useful in PvP. But the main thing is just a concentrated attack. His main passive is shit. I think the 2% speed reduction at 0 dupes is crazy. But if not, this is probably his third best, as it gives him all attack increase, and he does do pretty good damage, especially earlier on. And then if not, these two do work. I mean, Nozel's, it's whatever, you could reduce a skill point, but whatever, I don't know, it's not crazy. But this one, increased damage, you know, it could work. Of course, you could use it on anyone. These are the main 5 I could see you using. And of course, like, if you need to use whatever you need, like, if you want to put a defense on him to make him tank a bit more, it could work. I'm not saying it will be good, but it could work, right? It's just, that's how it is. Now, next up, let's talk about the talents. His talents, pretty self-explanatory. You're going to be putting the magic attack and the increased crit rate one. And then for this defense and then the increased defense per wave, I'd say that it's basically the best thing out of everything here. These two are always usually the go-tos. And then getting the extra SP is always useful, especially because his ult is so good. And then damage res, you could never go wrong with damage res. So this is how it would be looking. Of course, I don't have them unlocked, but that's basically the talents you want. You could check on the left to make sure that you have the exact same talents as me. Alright, so let's go to the gear now, because obviously gear is important for this. So I think I kind of messed up and I put Yami's gear set on Lotus, but it's fine. I'm going to have to change it back though. Something like that. Anyway, so, oh no, I put on Charlotte. Oof, okay. Basically, how you're going to want to build it is you are going to want the speed because you want to make him attack as quick as possible. But going for the 4-set speed, yes, it would be very useful and will make you attack at the same time as Charlotte. But she's probably going to have speed too, so you got to realize that it's just better to go for other stats. And for me, right now, that would be defense and attack. Now, one of my attack pieces is the defense one for two reasons. One, because I don't have a UR upgraded version of this and I wouldn't put it on him. But two, also, building him with a bit of defense is not bad as he will be taking hits. And if you want him just for debuffs, but also to be able to do at least a bit of chip damage, then this is probably one of the best sets. I think that you could easily change defense to either an offensive one, or you could go for the 2-piece non-upgraded speed. That would be the best case. But I'd say that like attack, speed, defense works perfectly well on him. The main stats you want is magic attack and also defense, but mainly magic attack, as he just builds everywhere with magic attack, right? This extra 12% just kind of solidifies it. Plus, he also has higher base magic attack. But because of this passive, it's just going to be really good to build him with magic attack and just make him go crazy. Obviously, he was made to mainly be like a chip DPS while also providing insane speed debuffs. So overall, one of the best units in the game. You really just, man, this guy is so goated. Now, if we go for units he works well with, obviously Mars, because they have a combo together, which I didn't talk about because I wanted to wait for this. The combo team, I'll put this on their teams, I guess. So the combo is very good because Mars, sorry, this is Lotus's, no, this is Mars's part. His part reduces all attack if they have less than 50% mobility, and he could also taunt. And then Lotus's, I'm pretty sure, reduces speed, and it's AoE. So it does pretty decent damage. AoE reduces speed, all attack, and taunts. One of the most toxic combos in the game. He works well with Mars. And if we're going to go into like a nice team build, obviously, you could go for something like this. I think that Lotus and Mars is just one of the best combos. If you put William, you could really leave this slot to anything. But if you put these two, you could also go for a more defensive build. Maybe you want to put Lotus and then Asta, right? Something like this, especially because Asta at max Dupes has 109 speed. I think anything like this, or just like referring to the top ranks, right? If we go to the top ranks in PvP, like, yes sir bro, I'm in Legend though, but if we go to the top ranks, like, these two are always used, maybe not together, because you could also use the Mars stun separately, because Mars's combo without Lotus is great. But yeah, like going for defensive teams like this is nice because he's going to taunt, she's going to heal, and then he's also going to reduce the all attack, he's going to reduce speed, make him take more damage. I'd say that the Mars Lotus combo is one of the strongest in the game. Just like pairing up, not even just like their combo, just having them together with all the debuffs they provide is really good. And you could see they're some of the most top used people in defense and attack. And it's really nice. You could see that they are insane. And Lotus, I'd say that would be, it's just like, you put Lotus, Mars, and then best case is an AoE. So like, either Yami or Blue Yami is best case, right? Now, if you want to go the extra mile to like make him take less damage, you could even put Charlotte, which would be insane. She reduces attack, she makes some, or she also reduces defense. So you could go for like a nuke, she reduces the defense, he puts incapacitate. And then, I don't know, for this slot, you put a buffer man, William, this should work, something like that, right? And it's gonna go crazy. Like, you could do a giga buffing DPS, which I might try out. I just need to get Charlotte up a bit more, get her to LR, and get the defense reduction on Mark. So yeah, this is like how you would want to build Lotus, but I think Mars and Lotus is, you want them together if you can. Like, there's just nothing more to say. As for the best gear team also, we could mention that Lotus has to be there for the most part, but if you don't have Lotus, in 4 weeks, there will be a replacement that would be Fauna. I think that they serve the same purpose as doing damage or helping the like, basically Lotus works where he's gonna do the same amount of damage output, considering that he's gonna also apply capacitate, letting the others do the damage that he misses out on compared to Fauna. But Fauna is gonna just be doing more damage outright. So if you want to put Fauna instead of Lotus, in like 4 weeks when she comes out, even if it might be on a dual banner, go ahead, right, go ahead. I don't really got nothing to say. Much power to you. But let's show him on this team. We're gonna show with the combo together, and then Mars with Yami, and then yeah, let me just put back on Yami's gear, and then we'll get into the showcase. But overall, I really do like Lotus. I think that he is just such a fun unit and just so good. I am fighting bots, so it kind of sucks for that, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I mean, I can't really do anything else, so you're gonna have to see with actual bot teams and not just like bots themselves, because I'm the only one in the upper ranks. So always going for the damage reduction usually with this team is the best, because you're taking less damage from the fortify, right? But then you gotta realize that Lotus and Mars, when they use their combo, it's going to so stupid. It's going to reduce their all attack, so you're gonna have damage reduction. Plus, they are gonna do just less damage to you, right? And also with Lotus, he's lowering speed or incapacitate or both. So it's really nice. Now we're just gonna go for the AoEs. That's basically a good part of this team. And with this, you pretty much win. There's no point after this. Like, we got 2 taunts. We lowered all attack, right? So all of that is really good. You could even use the combo on Lotus so that you get the all attack and taunts before, but it's really up to you. So now we could just buff him up, and we should be able to do a decent amount of damage. And now we get to see skill 1, reducing some mobility, right? You saw that reduce mobility. And I just want to see how much damage I could do against Sally. Okay, wait. Yeah, I guess we use this. 200. Yeah, no. Alright, just have fun. 74k, no crit, mainly because of Lotus, not gonna lie. So, you know, Lotus Mars combo goes absolutely stupid, and they're pretty much dead. 93k on 3 people. Would have been over 120k if Sally was alive. And now this debuff extension, you get to see it that he put it back up for the speed, because it was at 1 turn if I remember correctly. And now this is gonna count as a crit hit. And I don't know like if it visually shows the crits, but to be fair, I'm getting crits right now, so it does seem like it visually shows for the concentrated attack crit hits. So that's nice. I think having his skill page on him is not a bad idea at all. So we're gonna do one more, and then that's basically gonna be the video. His damage wise, we're gonna check the percentage afterwards of how much damage he did, and I think even if it's like 20%, 10-20, that would be a good showcase overall. In this team, this is actually like they have no speed units, so we ideally do want Real to have his speed lowered, but we'll see. So he did not get speed lowered, very unlucky, but it's fine. Okay, those 2 got stunned. I could live with that. I can live with that because we're about to... Oh, no, wait, Mars is unlucky. So we're going to have to wait. If he targets Yami, well, I mean, to be fair, Jack is just... Jack is Jack. There's not much he could do, right? That's just how it is. Now we're going to buff Yami up. We're going to get him to attack. For now, we just reduce stamina. Can we? Yeah, we can. Because I think it counts as a debuff, but I'm not sure. So we're going to apply bleed. 166k. Mainly because of the Lotus ult. You got to remember... 166k is the highest I've seen, just saying. I've literally not seen higher yet. That is cool. That is very cool. Now we get to apply the all attack, taunt them so they can't do anything, right? And also you got to realize that the taunt does make... Okay, ooh, I want to see this. The taunt does make it that they can't use any buff skills. 83k, I don't know if that was a crit. Unlucky, but hey, good enough. Now we just do this, and look, you're gonna see all the buffs extending to 2 turns, because incapacitate and speed was at 1 turn, and now it's just going crazy. And then it also extends the ones that already had 2 turns to 3, bro. It's really good single target. And yeah, that's Lotus for ya. That is Lotus for ya. Highest tier in the league, by the way. So yeah, Lotus is really that guy. I love my guy Lotus, and I really do like him. I think he is a great unit and is definitely helping me. Not with that one, I always click the XP one, but is really helping me with getting through these gear stages. So yeah, shout out to Lotus, and I mean, he should be recommended here, eh? Debuffer, yes sir. I don't know why he's there, but yeah, so very funny that they're here. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope this was helpful. Let me know if you got any questions. If not, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.